Success Insight shares the stories of the people with passion and drive who make things happen in the world. Here's your host, Howard Fox.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Mindset Monday with Andrée Martin on the Success Insight podcast. Andrée is our leadership mindset and golf performance coach. She is an LPGA Class A life member, a nationally recognized top 50 golf teacher and expert, a member of the Maine Golf Hall of Fame, and a Neurolinguistic programming master certified coach, recognizing golf's value as a business tool in today's competitive marketplace. Andrée works with individuals, groups, corporate or organizational clients to create educational and team-building programs that enhance the professional success of aspiring executives. Andrée, welcome back for another episode of Mindset Monday on the Success Insight podcast.
Thank you, Howard. Always great to be with you and excited to share another Mindset Monday with the listening audience. It's expanding and growing, and we can't wait to hear more from them as well.
Most definitely that. And I love the fact that this is an episode. Well, first of all, it's in February. And by the way, it is getting warmer here in Las Vegas, which I love. I know it's a little cool out on the East Coast, but I love the fact that you and I are chatting and the Olympics is going on. Now, I will admit, I don't have time for a lot of it, but I know as a sports enthusiast, a high caliber, world-class sport enthusiast, that the Olympics means a lot. And so I'm really excited about the direction we go to today.
Well, I'm excited about it because there's so many incredible stories of, I'll never forget growing up. It's like the thrill of victory and the agony of defeat is always brought up when you think about the Olympics, but it really is about the title that we have today, the Hallmarks of a Champion. And as you and I have said over and over, well, I just love this theme. It keeps me sharp. It keeps me focused. It helps me with business, individual, and golf clients. You want to go for the gold and not settle for silver. And every single one of these athletes have done this and more. And I'd like to start with 3 different stories. Many of you in the audience may have listened to or are listening to the Olympics, but sometimes we get so busy because of the world we live in right now, crazy pivoting and trying to figure out how to pivot, that I always like to share stories of success in the midst of what seems like a never-ending defeat. And the first one that comes to mind is cross-country skier Hannah Hallerson. I'd like to start with this quote from her. "Some days are going to be amazing, and then you'll surprise yourself at what you're capable of." And folks, I want you to really hear that. Some days are going to be amazing. That means not every day is. It's what you make of it. And that's what the theme of the Hallmarks of a Champion is all about. You will surprise yourself at what you're capable of. You're going to dig down deep. She has relished the pursuit of cross-country skiing. She, at the age of 12, hit junior nationals with Olympic gold. At 19, she was a part of the cross-country relay team, first American relay team in junior worlds to get the gold, and was in Alaska walking across the street one day, was hit by a Jeep, just smack, and doesn't remember the incident or 10 days afterwards. She had a traumatic brain injury, skull fracture, broken leg, potentially devastating knee injury, and she's a cross-country skier. And all she wanted to do was ski again. And decided that cross-country skiing was what was going to bring her back.
That's fantastic.
You know, she wanted and needed something to motivate herself back, and made it fun to recover. How many times have I told you that golf's got to be fun, or don't do it? right?
A lot.
It's all about teaching the fun of any sport, anything you enjoy. I know successful entrepreneurs, business owners, leaders. It's all about the fun of creating more revenue, creating success in business. If it's not fun, you got to be an amusement to keep things rolling forward. And so she loved going fast and actually shared her first 30-second jog. She felt like she could have walked faster than she jogged. It was so slow moving. But then she realized, okay, walk's a start. And the sport is her pathway to recovery. And in 11 months, think about the injuries she had. In 11 months, she was competing again, amazingly.
Who was the golf pro? Was it Bobby Jones who had this horrific?
Ben Hogan.
Ben Hogan. I knew it was one of them.
Oh my gosh, unbelievable.
And just come back from really what many of us would just, woe is me, life debilitating injury. And I love that singular focus of this young lady you've just described. And she had that passion.
Yeah.
And that was already hardwired in her.
And before I go into talking about Hannah again, it even makes me think of modern day. You got Tiger Woods. He played with his son. Who would have thought he could have appeared in the father-son event after everybody didn't even know if he was going to survive or even walk again? Very similar. You just pull it from inside of you, all you got. And what she said was it takes small steps to lead to big things. And she actually came in second to the first place holder in her first outing. And it's like, oh my gosh. So she was a winner before the starting line. Folks, how many of you are choosing to be winners before you start? Instead of thinking, oh my God, I'll never make it. No. Be the winner before you start. Focus forward. There's no looking back. How many times have we said this in other episodes in different frames? So I'm sharing it in a different way. So hopefully you hear it in a different way. And everybody's going to pick up another pearl to put in there. Well, ladies, you can put it on your necklace. And gentlemen, you can just get those pearls of wisdom and place it in front of you in that bowl that's going to just mushroom into more and more success as we keep adding more and more, right? We're striving to the finish line. And it really just takes chunking things down. We said that in SMART goals. We said that in visioning. We've talked about keys to the heart of a champion leader. They create the plan. They work the plan. This young lady worked the plan and pursued her recovery just like she executes the sport. Which leads me into Mikaela Shiffrin. She was expected to be the big, giant, solemn champion, but she's a champion in so many ways and and this was in the beginning of the Olympics, much more to come, but I want to focus on this one event because she crashed early on that first run. And yes, and what I liked about her interview is she didn't complain about the conditions. I mean, it was pure ice. It just sheared. You could see it. Her edges, she just couldn't. You don't want to carve too hard, it slows you down. So she's going for it. Love that. You got to go for the gold, right? And so in that, you're taking chances. You're making risks. And she realized, okay, I've got a lot more events left. What do I need to do? I need to collect myself. It's not going to do me any good to dwell in the past. I might have been fearful in past injuries. I got over the mental and physical. I've relearned it. Yeah, that might have hit her again, but she's not letting that affect her. She's collecting herself. She's focusing on what she can control. We've talked about that, Howard. You got to let it go, be in the moment, reset, and again, focus forward. So I just can't help but think of the saying, quitters never win and winners never quit. And these Olympians never quit. They keep going.
Keep on going. Yes.
Emily Sweeney. I'm spending a lot of time back in my home state of Maine. She's born and bred here. And in the 2018 Olympics on the luge, she broke her neck and back during a crash on her final run. And she was in the heat also. And she even said it broke me in many ways. And you could only imagine, right? Oh my gosh, here's your gold opportunity and you broke your neck and back on the final run. But she's a Army servicewoman. She's part of the Army World-Class Athlete Program. And she shared how she felt empty. She couldn't train. She felt powerless. How do you roll back from that? How many of you folks out there with COVID have felt that in your businesses, have felt that in your families, and then you're trying to use your sport to give yourself a sense of enjoyment. And it's like, oh my God, is anything ever going to get good? Because what shows up in your golf game oftentimes is what's going on in your business and in your life. Well, these Olympic athletes are no different. And so she's saying, can my body physically do this? Well, yeah, it's challenging, but I'm going to push past it. And I can totally relate. I've had enough injuries in my career. I can totally relate. You just got to buck it up and do it. 9 months after she returned to the circuit, she won bronze.
Wow.
It's pretty awesome. And every single one of these athletes have brought up the word fear. And yet beyond it, she said she was proud. I was proud I was able to do it. Yes, it was challenging. And then she spent a long time in Lake Placid so that she could look at that Olympic torch and inspire herself to get back to the Olympics. Just incredible. And the challenge pushed her to clear her mind. Here's a mindset thing. The focus on what you want, what you're aspiring to, got her clearing her mind. I had a lesson the other day that did the same thing. It was just, it really works, folks. So just clear it, go for it. Clear it again, go for it. And she did. She got in the zone. I'm telling you, there's something to be said for love and passion for anything. It truly will move mountains. You get passionate, you get excited, focus on your dream, you go for it. And then Nathan Chen. Oh my gosh. Unbelievable Olympic bid this year. Who would have thought? In 2018, he crashed. He was the gold hopeful. Crashed again, kept crashing. Yes, he was noted as the quad king. He actually put quads on the map, known for perfect quadruple jumps, but kept crashing. And his quote was, things didn't click together despite feeling he did everything right in preparation. How many times does that happen in business? Right? So you just have to look at your plan and redirect. Okay, what can you affect? What can you do? And he focused, and he actually made an interesting comment. I was focused on skating versus skating well. This year, he's focused on skating well. And he is breaking records all over the place. So versus pressure building and stress and being scared or scarcity thinking, it's focusing on, oh my gosh, this is my one shot, but it's more than that. How many chances do you get to have an opportunity to be in the Olympics? How many chances have you got at driving your business forward and going for it and really succeeding? And if you're in that moment and you do it and you relax and you enjoy the ride, smelling the roses along the way, it's just getting in the flow, grounding yourself, enjoying the moment. And all of these are in my summary at the end, but the thing that really got Nathan turned around is he was an artist. And I'll never forget conversations I've had with fellow golf professionals, those who have the artistry. A couple weeks ago in the Pebble Beach Open, Jordan Spieth, there's this big ditch in front of him. He's at an angle. Okay, folks, I know you can't see this, but if he had really finished through the shot with all his force, which he almost did anyway, he would have been in that ditch like 100 feet down. But he got through the shot enough and knew how to work it and come back and put it on the green. It was crazy
Wow.
because he was focused on the shot. You got to follow your dreams, trust, believe, execute. So my top 6, okay, for hallmarks of champions: never give up, hold your chin high, focus on the goal, plan, and vision, which were the first 3 episodes of the year of what to do. Know that it is up to you, even after the fall. Surprise yourself. Know that you're capable of doing anything you put your mind to. And number 5, even fear. Fear is false evidence appearing real. We've talked about that, Howard.
Yeah, we have.
So it's up to you to bust through anyway. Embrace it. Thank it. Okay, what are you learning from this? And what are you choosing to do despite it? And then number 6, be the winner at the starting line. And you can go for the gold and not settle for silver.
I love it. I love it. And I think about these Olympic athletes. I mean, they are training for individual moments in the sun.
Absolutely.
And everything rides on those 30 seconds, that minute, those 2 minutes, whatever the sport might be. And it takes a lot to stay motivated, to keep going, to go down within, especially when you're not feeling well, or when you're feeling well, embrace the moment and just make more of what's good and joyful about what you're doing. The corporate professional, the corporate athlete, for the sake of better words, they're doing it every single day. There is no off switch.
No.
And so I think the corporate athlete can take much from the sport athlete, whether it's in golf, tennis, the Olympics, other world-class sports, and learn what has kept these individuals motivated and on target, and bring that into their own organization for themselves, their team, and to really, which is remarkable, keep the pressure on day in and day out. Because the true corporate athletes, the ones that are successful, are doing what they have to do day in and day out. But there's definitely much to learn from the sport athlete.
Absolutely. And that's why I talked so much about heart in the last episode, but it's going into the heart, but it's digging deeper and really pulling out all that you think you have, and know that there's more in there that you're capable of doing, and just putting it all out there.
I love it.
And that's what brings gold medals.
There you go. Going for the gold. Don't settle for silver,
There you
bronze. Heck, I've even used the metaphor in my conversations with my clients about, you got to the Olympics, but that's good, but that's not what you want. You want the gold medal.
Right.
So I love it.
It's all in the action and the preparation, meeting opportunity, taking action and doing it.
Exactly. Andrée, another great episode for February. Thank you so much. And I love the fact that we were incorporating in the Olympics, especially with the Olympics going on, and just really appreciate that tie-in. So thank you so much for that.
My pleasure. My pleasure.
Before we head out, if our listeners, as usual, would like to learn more about you and your work, where are the best places for them to go?
Certainly. They can go to andreegolf.com. That's Andrée with 2 E's. I also have a Facebook site, LinkedIn, Instagram, YouTube, and you're going to be posting those links all over the other channels, I know.
Yes, I am.
And love to hear from you. Love to help anybody that is in need. Let's go for it, folks. There's no need to settle for silver ever. let's go for the gold.
You got it. You got it. Well, Andrée, thank you again. And hang on the call, and we're just going to do a quick close, and you and I can chat some more. All right, folks, we've just been chatting with the Andrée Martin, our leadership, mindset, and golf performance coach, for another wonderful episode of Mindset Monday on the Success Insight podcast. Now, you can listen to this wonderful, insightful episode. Hey, tie in a little bit of the Olympics into your life. How are you going for the gold and not settling for silver? How are you going from within to find out what you're fully capable of? And lots of opportunities and insights in today's and in every episode with Andrée to really help drive these points home. Now, folks, do check us out on the Success Insight podcast website. You can also find us on our Success Insight pages on Facebook and LinkedIn, and of course on the major podcasting platforms, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Amazon Music, and Audible, and all the other secondary directories. So do check us out. Lots of ways to consume these episodes. Hey, we'd love for you to like it, share it, comment on it, and make Mindset Monday a part of your bi-monthly routine. So, I mean, we're up to well over 50 episodes. So I think there's a nugget or two that you might find valuable in whatever is happening in your life. Okay, folks, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, go out there, have a phenomenal day, and take care of yourselves, your family, support your community, and we will see you on a future episode of Mindset Monday with Andrée Martin on the Success Insight podcast. Take care now.
Success Insight is a production of Fox Coaching and First Story Strategies. Find us online, successinsightpodcast.com.